Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I have in the Huda Pastel Lilac palette. She's pretty, if you want to take a gander at that. So this is what I'm going to be playing with today. I think I'm going to do a couple of looks, see how they turn out, to do like a whole video on it. So if you're ready to just see what's going to come out of this palette, just stay tuned. Okay, so I'm going to start with my Morphe M504 brush. I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit too. There we go, that's a little better. And I'm going to jump into this shade right here and just use that as my transition. Just placing that right in and above the crease. You know, sometimes it's good to just play with makeup when the world is going to shit. Because sometimes it really feels like the world is going to shit. And right now, I feel like it's one of those times. Okay, now we're going to need a little bit more purple in there. So I'm going to jump into this shade right here and jump into it using my MAC number 224. And I'm just going to place this right in the crease, directly in the crease. Okay, so now I'm going to jump into this shade right here, just using my finger, and I'm going to press that over the rest of the lid. It's weird. It looks really weird in the pan, but then on your finger, it just looks like a basic kind of shimmery purple. So that's what this one right here looks like that. Oh, she's pretty on the lid. I'm not really getting the color payoff that I want to with my finger, so I'm going to go in using a wet brush. I'm just going to spray this with my MAC Fix Plus in the scent Cherry Blossom. Okay, so that is one look with the Huda Pastel Lilac palette. What do we think? I need to put some mascara and lashes on, obviously, so let me do that real quick and I'll be right back with you guys. And there we have it, you guys. This is the finished look with lashes on. What do we think? I think it's pretty lackluster, to be just totally honest. The shadows in this palette are really pretty in the pan, but then when you go to swatch them, they all look really similar, especially the glitters. They're all very, very similar. So I don't know how many looks I will be creating out of this. I'm going to try for one more, maybe two. So just stick around and we'll see what else I can play with, okay? Okay, so just jumping into the middle shade right here. I'm going to take my Morphe M504 brush and just dust that all over my lid. Oh, let me zoom you guys in. Sorry, I forgot again. Sorry if you guys can hear the rain, by the way. It's raining just a bit outside. And I film like right beside the door, so if you guys can hear it, I do apologize. Okay, now that our lid is nice and set, I'm going to take my MAC number 224 brush and jump into this shade right here and just pop that right directly in the crease. There we go. A little bit of purple on the lid there. Never hurt anybody, right? So we've got all that on the lid. Now I want to take my Jeffree Star concealer in the shade C3 and just pop some of that over the lid just to do a cut crease. Okay, so we've got our concealer on there. Now I need to find a brush. Let's see. This will do. This is just my little Luxie 246 Precision Crease Brush, but we're just going to use this to layer on a little bit of shadow on the lid today. So I'm going to jump into this little icy shade right here. Okay, it's just taking me a little bit too long to do that with a brush, so I think I'm just going to jump in with my finger. See if I can't just pack some on there. So that glitter is really just not reading like I want it to. Like, it just looks like concealer and like a small tiny bit of glitter on my lid. So I'm going to try and pop a little bit of, let's see, I think I'm going to do just the shade that I've got in the crease over the rest of the lid and then pop the glitter over the top of that and see if that works to maybe make it pop a little bit more. Okay, now just taking that glitter shade and pressing that over the top once again. And that looks so much better. You can actually see the glitter. There's actually pigment to it. Yes, I'm appreciating this a lot more. So starting on the other eye, I'm just going to go into this shade right here and pack that over the entire lid. Just using a little Wet n Wild brush that I have, the Pac-Man brush. Okay, now just jumping back into the glitter shade right here, I'm going to take my finger and press that over the rest of the lid. Yeah, so these are definitely just topper shades, like glitter toppers versus just being glitter shades. They don't really have a lot of pigment behind themselves other than just being purple glitter. So you definitely need a base with them. But it is pretty. Okay, now I'm going to need a precision brush. I'm going to use my Morphe M506 and I'm just going to jump back into this middle shade right here. And just draw along the edges of my cut crease just to kind of make it a little bit sharper. Okay, now I'm just going to jump into this shade right here again and just sweep that along the lower lash line. Okay, so now we need some lashes, some mascara, obviously. So let me pop some of those on real quick and I'll be right back with you guys, okay? Alright guys, so this is look number 2. What are we thinking about this? To me, it looks pretty similar to look number 1. Pretty pastel, purple, sparkly. Although I used completely different shades. The first round I used this block of shades. This one, and then this one. And then today, tonight I have used, on this new look, this shade, and then the middle shade. So I've utilized quite a bit of shades in here so far. Maybe I can try and get some use out of maybe this shade right here and this shade up here. Maybe I can try something like that. I'm thinking maybe a halo eye since everything looks so similar. So maybe I'll try that for my next look. So let's just go ahead and jump into that one, okay? Okay, so for the third and final look from the Huda Pastel Lilac palette, I will be using, let's see, this shade right here for transition. This one right here. And then I'm going to be jumping into this one for my inner and outer corners. And then this one over here for my halo effect. So let's just go ahead and jump into the makeup, alright you guys? So I'm going to jump into this shade right here using my Morphe M504 brush. Okay, now that we've got that on, I think I'm going to add a little bit of one of these brown shades in there just to kind of add a little bit of definition in the crease. So I think I'm going to go into this middle shade right there. Just using my MAC number 224, this one right here. I'm just going to drop that right in the crease. Okay, so we've got a little bit of definition there, and that's pretty much all I'm asking for. So now I'm going to take my, let's see, what brush do I want to use? Okay, I'm just going to take this small Sephora shadow brush and jump into this shade right here and just add that in the inner and outer corners of my eye. So I'll do that using my little Pac-Man brush that I was using before, my little Wet n Wild one. Okay, now I'm just going to take my ring finger and jump into this shade right here and just press that right on the center of the lid. Okay, so we have our halo effect going on. Now let me do a wing and some mascara and I'll be right back with you guys to show you the finished look. Alright, so here we have it for the third and final look. What do you guys think? I know my liner is always a little wonky, so don't judge that. Just judge the shadow. What do you guys think about the shadow? But to me, honestly, I used every single color in this palette and came up with 3 different looks using different colors every time, and I feel like every single look that I created looks very similar to the last one. So I do have a little bit of a problem with that, like to have so many shades in here and for most of them to be glitter toppers. At least 3 of them. 3 of them in here are glitter toppers, and that's it. And then there's this shimmer shade right here which you can do something with. and the rest is just pastel. I mean that's what the palette is, obviously. I just didn't realize it was going to be all so monochromatic. Like there's only so many shades of purple you can use with this palette, because obviously it only comes with so many. But I mean, you get what I'm trying to say here. The looks all look similar. So I don't know if this palette is a win for me yet. I'm going to play with it some more and see how much I really am into it. But I do love the purple, so I will be keeping it just for that alone, if for no other reason. So those are my thoughts on the palette thus far. Alright my friends, if you've made it this far, you have made it to the end of the video. Congratulations. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so very much. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, give me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. So if you like my vibe and you want to see more of me, hit the subscribe button down there somewhere, because you know I appreciate that even more. So hopefully you'll be seeing a lot more of me, and I'll be seeing a lot more of you in the very near future, alright? I love you guys. Peace out.